next in line? Hi. You look a little lost. That's okay. I'm kind of a bit of a welcome wagon. Well, if you haven't figured it out already, you are dead. Me, no. Oddly enough, I'm not actually dead. Yeah, they were really needing some help over here, and I kind of understand the strange and unusual, so I'm here to help you on your way and kind of get their waiting room flowing a little faster. Okay, well, my name's Lydia. It's nice to meet you. Okay, so first of all, do you have your handbook? Okay. Well, wherever you woke up, you should have found it. Did you go back to your home after your passing? Some people do, some people go to other places. It's really different for everyone. Well, just to show you, this is our handbook for the recently deceased, okay? I can't give you this one. Actually belongs to a friend, but when you go back to wherever you came from, you should find one of these pretty immediately, and you're gonna want to read through it. Might be a little bit difficult, but just try and have a bit of a dark or unusual mindset. That's how it worked for me. I understood it pretty well. But if you have any questions, coming back to me is perfectly fine. Okay, so your name again? Do you know where you died? That's okay. Some people remember, some people don't. It's okay. So, as I said, I'm kind of just the welcome wagon, and I'll direct you to the proper waiting room. They've kind of reorganized, thankfully. It was taking centuries to get through this place, but it will kind of depend on who your caseworker is. Yeah, it's all in the handbook. Don't worry, they're pretty pushy with the rules in that direction once you get to the waiting rooms, but I'm pretty relaxed with it, and I'm here to help you. Okay. Okay, so reminder for you to find your handbook and please read it. If you do have questions regarding the handbook, I'm here Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5. And it doesn't, once you read through the handbook, you'll find that you only have a certain amount of times that you can visit your particular caseworker, whoever that may be. But for me, you can come back as many times as you want. I don't mind. I'd rather you get closer to being a restful spirit than have too much unfinished business or anything of that nature. You do have to remain on Earth for a set amount of time, but as I said, it's all in the handbook. So, I am also going to grab a photograph of you. It might sound funny, but in your file here we have what you look like when you were living, but most people, once you're over on this side, look quite different. So it's just for your caseworker, me even. You'll have all my details if you need to contact me. Okay. Alright, so just like a photograph when you were alive, I need you to kind of stand and look straight forward so I get a good visual. Mm-hmm. Okay. I always do a couple just to make sure. I hope you don't mind. Chin up. To the side, if you can just turn your head. Thank you. And the other side. Thank you. And one more. Perfect. Okay. Those will be placed in your file. Any questions so far? That sound is probably that room right there. You don't have to worry about that room, at least for now. That's the Lost Souls room. Yeah, don't worry about that at all. You seem to be handling your demise a lot better than a lot of people. Is there a question? Contacting the living, like your loved ones, totally understandable. Once again, I have to refer you to the handbook. I'm not so harsh on it, but it will make so much more sense if you try and read it first, and then I can explain it to you. Mm-hmm. Did you like dark or unusual things when you were alive? Then perhaps the handbook will make more sense to you. People with a darker look on life, or just more of a different vision on the living, can kind of understand the chapters of the book, the handbook, better than, say, a normal family, just from my experience. Okay, so you're gonna find your handbook. You don't remember where you were deceased, that's fine. But you do remember your name, so that's good. Some people come in not remembering their name, which is doable. Just a little bit extra paperwork on this side of things. You are going to, well, looks like technically you'll have 2 caseworkers. One is in training, so your caseworker will be Rebecca, but she is training under Juno. So Juno is a pretty comfortable caseworker. She's been doing this for many, many years. She's just helping to get Rebecca comfortable in this sort of situation and answering questions and everything like that. So technically you'll be working with Juno and Rebecca. Trust me, knowing that information now before you get to your specific waiting room will really impress the secretaries. Maybe they'll give you a better waiting number. And do you remember where you resided before you died? Okay. So that could be maybe where you're gonna go back or where your handbook is. Do you have a will? Okay. And any loved ones left behind? And how would they feel about a ghost presence in their home? Okay. Well, I just like to ask these things in case you need advice or tips or anything. For most of my teenage years growing into adulthood, I did live with a pair of ghosts. Yes, it's true. I don't just say that. And my family and I learned how to live and work with them quite well. So if you have any need for tips or tricks, I can definitely help you with that. And they can always give their perspective from the dead point of view. Barbara's usually really good at that. So, okay, just things to keep in mind. Okay, I think you're just about done here. So I would ask you to sign this, but I can see you're missing some fingers there. So I'm just going to sign this for you that you talk to me and understand that you'll be working with Rebecca and Juno. You're going to be going to this right hallway here. They can kind of answer the specific questions that you have and get you situated in the afterlife, and let you also understand how important it is to find your handbook once you return home and to give it a good read. I always say read it once through before you come to me with questions. It's so much easier that way. But as I said, I'm pretty relaxed if you do happen to have questions as you're reading through. So I'm gonna sign that for you. Good. And then just the final warning. Now, we haven't had this issue in several years, but if there happens to be any beings, poltergeist or other, that claim that they want to help you get rid of the living or anything of that nature, please come and talk to me first, or your caseworker, Juno or Rebecca. Even one of the secretaries or one of the file guys can help you better. Yes, as I said, we have not had that sort of bug infestation in quite some time, but just in case you run across anyone like that, please come to one of us first before you start saying any names, before you start doing anything that said person might request. Okay? Alright, perfect. Well, as I said, you seem to be handling this much better than most people. Congratulations. Okay, so yes, write down that hallway there. And remember the things that I told you to do. Talk to your caseworker, head home, find the book, read the book. Alright. Well, I'm sure I will be seeing you again soon. Yes, right down that way.